Hey, how you doing, Cancerian? This is another reading. Welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to check out the star signs in your birth chart just to see which ones are going to resonate and give you more clarity. So let's get into your reading, shall we? What's going on with Cancerians? Doesn't say that you have bad news overall. When you wanted to do something before, you had the opportunity, is what I want to tell you. And this is coming from a man or a female, mind you, that doesn't want to speak to you directly, but they're manipulating everything you say and do to get good news or bad news in a way that they can clarify their evil mindset on yours. But it says, well done. You have shown yourself for who you are. And the mind is very set in stone on how you wouldn't mind to see the person. And it also says there's a man here that doesn't want to show you everything, but he's seeing that he needs to come forward and speak to you maybe in the month of June, maybe even next month. Even he wants to know, are you single, are you free, are you available? Can he meet you in your mind about things, or maybe even take you to lunch, dinner, maybe even certify his mind around the fact that he's seeing you now and he's coming back into your mindset again. However, it says he might miss his opportunity if he doesn't speak about things too much more now, as you could be moving on. And maybe some of you guys may not be moving on, but some of you are dealing with someone that does want to move on, and they want to know that they move on to a better match in their mind. However, they may see fit the way they are and stay with you and make fun of you and make laughter come to you. So watch out for whoever this person is, because there is someone that has moved on in the past for some of you guys. And there is someone that hasn't moved on completely. It's like there's so many different scenarios for each one of you. It's going to take individual readings to give you better clarity about your love situations. But they all seem to be coming to the surface right now about what it is that you want to sort out in your love and your love lives. Okay, so it's like love is happening all around you, but which way is your scenario going as an individual Cancerian? Okay, I'm also hearing that Capricorn could be invited in the situation too for whatever reason. If you're seeing a Capricorn, then fair enough, that's the reason why the energy of Capricorn is coming in, whether it's a he or a she, which I'm picking up masculine energy more stronger than anything. But it says you all seem to have bad moods or bad vibes about you in a way that you want to take it out on other people. And it says it doesn't make you feel good right now on why even Libra wouldn't want to hear from you. But Leo seems to want to hear from you, and they're taking on bad news, bad energy right now as well. As your neighbor star sign, it says they know they're going through a lot of headache with your energy pushing on theirs being negative. And it says your energy is very, very negative right now, being pushed and pulled and twisted in ways that you don't want to. And, taking it out on people like your neighbor star signs or your sister star signs is not going to be, gladly accepted. So anyone that's next to your star sign, like Gemini, Leo, those star signs will get some energies off of yours in a bad way. But your sister star signs like Pisces and Scorpio, they're not having it. They don't want to know you. They don't seem to want to like who you are becoming right now or what you're doing to push your negative energies on them, because they don't like the way you're being treated at times too. Or they know that they've been treated in some ways like that in the past or even in the current, and they don't like it. Some of them don't even want to stay around you with that energy or want to encourage you to be in that energy, but you feel like you want to be in that energy. And it says it's not going to be burdensome to you either if you stay in it. It's like it's very exciting to you, or it's very passionate about how things could change or transform. And it says it's not a very good omen because it's looked at as toxic. So you have to be careful at how you see things, because you may not like being a certain way in regards to how everybody else sees you, but you could also see things for yourself that people don't want to see in their love life. It says Pisces energy could be going through something similar, but they're not having it. They're changing their mindsets about things. So drama could come out in the next 2 weeks to a month in their readings and overall in their lives, because they just don't want to see bad news come to them, and they don't want to hear bad news come to them either. And it says you're very, very mad right now, including mentally speaking towards Scorpios, or maybe even towards a Libra or a Virgo. And it says Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, they don't want to hear that you've got bad news. So you have to keep away from them, because Scorpio is definitely not having it. It says she knows she's not going to come to you anymore about the situation. She will tell you off. If you like Scorpio females, whether you're a man or a woman, and you're dealing with them for whatever reason, whether it's to help you and be a friend to them, or them be a friend to you, or it's just sex, or it's just a relationship that you know is not working out, or it's working but it's got very hard vindictive challenges, it says they're not giving in to your mindset. You would have to move on, because they don't like your energy field right now. It's very toxic, and they don't know why you've even come forward like that to speak to them or manipulate them on that, because they just don't want to hear it. Okay, but you all need to understand, pissing off someone is not going to be easy. They realize they don't want to speak to you directly, and they also know that you're not going to have bad news overall with your hair or your nails or your shoes. So those things are on the surface looking good and looking fine, but you don't have to worry about those things too much, because you do have a way about you that likes to show off or show yourself or make people look at you like twice, like, oh, look at her, you know, or turn their head twice to see you, because you want to dress up so sexy or so fine, or, you know, you might even want to show out a little bit and say, I'm going online to take, you know, my pictures to another level and make everybody see them. However, it says you don't have to worry about the situation. People do look at you as a sexy star sign naturally. You are very alluring in your own right and in your own beauty. And you do match other people's vibes, Cancerian. But sometimes you don't. And you have to understand not everybody's for you and you're not for everybody. But the thing is, you do have a way about you that's peeking in on the interest of many people. And very much so, a lot of people would love to see you for who you are. So it doesn't say that you're a bad individual. You just have bestie energy to give some people. And you do seem to have bestie energy to give certain people out there that do like you. So you will have to acknowledge these things in a way that you could give yourself good news or bad news. Because some people are going to say, well, you're my bestie, but you need to change certain things about you. And there's things about you that you wouldn't want to change. It's like you will say, well, hell, I'm not changing anything about me. You're my bestie too, but I'm not changing nothing. And it says you do know that you could change certain things about you. Being good to yourself is not always easy. And it says trouble is that you would be good to yourself, but you find it hard when you feel guilty. And at times you don't feel guilty right now, like straight away. You'd feel guilty later on. Or maybe like after you've heard something, you'd kiss your teeth, roll your eyes, walk away, and then come back feeling sorry that you did that. And it says sometimes you've got to understand pleasure in yourself is not easy, but pleasure in someone else is even more laughed at. Because it says you laugh at people a lot of the time when you see that you don't like them. And then you like them afterwards because you realize you need them. So it's almost like a two-faced energy, or even like I'm using you type of thing, because I realize I shouldn't be nasty to you. So let me come back better than I did before, because I shouldn't be laughing at you. Even though I laughed at you, I made fun of you, I may even have cursed you like a dog behind your back, maybe even to your face. And then I had to come back with my tail between my legs, apologizing, saying sorry. And then, mind you, I do it all again. It's like you keep going in that same direction with those same evil, vindictive attitudes, or the same nasty patterns that people have picked up. And it says you do know that you can change and be a better person for these people, but at the same time, you want to be a better person for yourself. So it's not a bad thing that you're going to be a good person for yourself, and you do love yourself a lot. But it says, warning, try to be nicer to yourself, as well as knowing that how you want to be treated, you have to treat people as well. And that way you're going to see blessings come to you and good news come overall. No one's going to try you, no one's going to worry you, and no one's going to make fun of you. And it says you do make fun of people a lot. So they wouldn't want to make fun of you a lot if you knew how to treat yourself in a way that you were going to treat people back the same way in return. And you knew that feeling was reciprocal. It was going to come back in that same way. Like people will treat you good because they know that they are treated good also. Okay. So things are going to work out just fine over the next month or so. And it says no one's going to worry you too much. In fact, Libra will get good news. Scorpio won't have too much good news at times because they realize they judge you a lot. But it says they don't want to judge you really. They realize that they do judge you a lot based on your personality. It comes up in your mindset to help you move on past things because the changes that you need to make are connected to their star sign. It's like, Scorpio doesn't need to mince their words about nothing. They are Scorpios for a reason. They know they have to transform and change things for everybody, or even help things in their mindset change and transform. Okay, so they do change a lot of people's world, a lot of people's minds, a lot of people's businesses, their work lives, their love lives, their relationships. They're agony aunts to everybody. And they do know that they have to support everybody in every aspect of life, full stop, whether that's your work, your relationships, your legalities, anywhere in life, even changes when it comes to your supporting, abortions and stuff like that, because you see these things come from Scorpio's realm and you don't understand it because obviously their mindset isn't always in it, but their transition in life is to do with birth and rebirth. So those things are coming up even right now for certain people that want to go through abortions. Those things can be difficult for Scorpios to transcend. Even when they're not thinking about these things, Spirit, God uses them to go through so much difficult challenges in life that Scorpios take on a lot of burden and don't even realize why they're going through it. And when they're mad and feel like people are attacking them, it says the world is attacking Scorpio for everything that they go through. Even in the now energy with the sun energy coming up in the minds of others, which is a portal in the universe that breaks people's bones and barriers and even their minds and challenges Scorpio to go through it with them. This is a big energy shift for them and it could cause them harm over time. However, it says they're very endurable or very much willing to work on things in their mind in a way they could passionately give to a situation or cope in the situation through God's tools and God's nurturing, because the universe has to provide things for them to be able to cope through these things. And it says these energies have come up and killed many people so far, but it doesn't need to kill everybody in a way that it's going to harm people too much, because there's too many people that have died from this energy so far, and there's many people that are going to die still, but there is people that are going to go through it in a good way and not feel like they're going to die or feel bad news coming into the world. Okay, it says there is things that are going to change people's mindsets and not want people to have bad news. So you've got to communicate things to your minds as Scorpios would, because Scorpio says they know that they've been through a lot of things, but they don't want to know that you will communicate with people like the way they do, because sometimes they have to challenge their energy differently as occultists and challenge their energy through the dead and challenge the energy through ancestors, ancestral roots. Karma comes to them sometimes with these things, angel guides, spirits, all kind of different things that you might not even be aware of, jinns, alkaline spirits as well, water spirits. It says, do you know that Scorpio has to go through many times over demons on a daily basis? Even with your spirits there, they go through challenges of demons every day, challenging them, causing scenes in their lives, causing scenes in their love lives, causing scenes in their money, causing scenes overall in their lives for all different reasons without them knowing, and some of them knowing. But at the same time, they've got to go through it, and it's a big, big existence for them. And it's a big shift for them as well, because sometimes they don't realize when they're going through things, or having to go under things or over things, because it's too much for them. But warning everybody right now is Scorpio saying, do you know you need me? Because I'm going to need you, because there's certain things you've got that I'm going to have to take from you to classify what we're going through overall as a unit on this earth, as a community, okay, as a generation. And I can't think straight right now to help you with everything that you want. So when you come to me about your relationship problems, or your personal problems with your hygiene, or your personal problems with your man, your woman, or anything that you feel like is bothering you, because these things are coming up in the universe for many people to talk about directly to their minds, as we have to go through times where we feel like energies are poking at us all in different ways through our star signs. You guys have things on your mind right now that are bothering your spirit, and you might need Scorpio to help you you transform, change, or think of things differently. And it doesn't say that Taurus is always available to give you wisdom, because they're also working with Scorpio on things that they need to transform and change with their mindset on God. However, Scorpio rules the planet in that way, saying, well, God has to use my energy a lot through spirit, which is spirit of God, because God is spirit. And it says, do you know, Scorpio doesn't mean to be nasty and mean and vindictive or even hellfire on you sometimes, but they have to. So it says, when you want to bury your head in the sand and be nasty to a Scorpio over and over and over again, you need to try and stop being whack at it and come harder if you want to, because they realize they don't want to be nasty to you. They don't want to be mad at you, but they don't know how to put you in your place in a way that you could pee off at times, because you keep walking all over them in a way that you will run and hide and then come back and be there in their face, giving them two problems again. And it says you keep doing this every time they chase you away. You will run and hide and then come back, or even hide yourself and curse them and laugh at them and then come back. And it says even with their energy right now, they don't want to be discerning or evil to you, but they realize you need them again. And you still don't learn your lesson, or you don't listen to them. So it's like they're tired of you right now. They don't want to play the mind games with you, but they do like you or even love some of you, because they really do. They've actually seen some of you guys that they wouldn't mind hanging with, talking with, or just chilling with, or think you're really cute, you're pretty, or, you know, you've got causes about yourself like that could bring in good news about money, wealth, or even just practicality, or seeing how you are with your families, or whatever it is. Like, you've got good news overall with them, but there's things about you that are still hidden that they're like, wow, I didn't know that about you. And then they see these things now and they're like, wow, I don't know if I want to be close to you anymore, or even see that you're happy that much, because you've got problems. And you do try to laugh at people with your problems, make fun of people, and then try to hide your hand sometimes, or show your hand completely. And it's like no one's perfect, as we would rule back into the month of May, or even in Virgo, or even in Capricorn for some of them that think they're so perfect. But it says, do you know that Scorpio is ready to transition in their mindset about you again? And they do want to know that you're cared for and loved. Just don't trouble them too much this month. Go and look for Virgo, Pisces, Libra, or Taurus, and then you'll see better news or problems there that you can solve, because Scorpio is not the one that wants to give you everything. They've got things to do in Taurus anyway, and they know that they're working on things in themselves with their private life, so they don't want to know that they're working on you and your life always, okay? And they want you to understand that. So the thing is, you will see better when you move on past these things on your own. You'll see things how you can connect with God, or even the universe, or just spirit in your own way. And you'll see things through your other counterpart sign, which is Pisces. If Scorpio doesn't know how to rule over their sign, they're not going to rule over yours, because Pisces is very vindictive towards Scorpio also. But they realize they don't like you too. Pisces will deal with you in a way that they've got drama, karma, and they will bring it to you through Aquarius, okay? But they don't want to know that you've got drama right now, so they will take care of your mindset if you want to see into Pisces energy or be around Pisces people, okay? And it says no one's going to try and trouble you at all with things that you wanted to achieve in life, because you'll have to see them in a way that it's practical or good or helpful. Because right now, everything is going into the mindset of yours in a way that you have to take good news from a situation, and not just see that you're following up with things or doing things and, you know, who loves me, who doesn't love me, who cares about me, who doesn't care about me. At the same time, it will come out. But you're not very favored by certain star signs right now, including Leo and Virgo. Those two very much so don't like you right now, Leo and Virgo. And it also says Scorpio is one of them as a major, but they will look at things in a way that they can tidy their mind and still be around you a little bit if they have to. But Virgo and Leo, they don't like you at all right now. They'd rather not kiss your ass or be around you because of things that they feel like they're going through personally. So if you want to check out their readings, you can, just to see what's going on with them, if you're connected to them in any shape, way or form, or you want to know why your partner in their star sign is behaving the way they're behaving. However, it says not right now, everything will come up. You just have to take a look and see why their energies are the way they are from circumstances or situations that they're going through on a personal level, and not necessarily inflicting it back on your star sign or you. It's just that they know they're going through things mentally, verbally, spiritually in their own way, and it's affecting them from the paths that they're walking on with you. And it also doesn't help with you burdening them with problems that you're going through, okay? But it says really and truly, you do have good news in your mindset. and you will help people to overcome, and justification will come anytime you want it. So see yourself in a better outcome. Try to warn yourself that if there is clues there, you'll see them overall. Like any type of clue that comes up, you will clarify it and see that it will work out in your favor. And it says it's not going to work out too much in your favor if you do things too much to kind of overwhelm yourself or burden yourself. So try and take your time as much as possible. Give yourself a break, give yourself a rest at times. Give yourself like no more time to rest or be at work in the problem if you feel like it's not going to work in your favor. Okay, so just give yourself that. And love life is going to suffer for at least a year before it gets better, and that's for many of you. And it says it's not really easy to apologize for these things because the universe wants you to go through it through God. And it says God's not easy sometimes. You have to take it with a pinch of salt and still punish yourself on why things are not working out in your favor. Not try and punishing, your savior, i.e. God or the universe, because that can backfire on you too. But to see the situation for what it is through karma, because sometimes karma is necessary, even if it hurts, even if it's hard to deal with. It goes back too many years before your time on why. And things that happen in the universe on a spiritual level, and in the universe there is warfare. Like in the spiritual realms there's warfare, and it comes down on the earth and it affects the people on the planet earth. So you have to go through things naturally. But as for Eden energy, which is coming up in your star sign right now, because Eden energy is working with you, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Libra, in a way that they want to know that you're open to certain things and see the powers of Eden. Eden energy is not necessarily the Garden of Eden, but it is related to it very strongly. However, it says there is some things there in the energy that you may need to see or even need to know. Warning signs are there for you to understand not to walk every path that you see. However, it says that you may not understand this fully. So God will walk with you in your mind, your heart, your spirit to avoid situations and take on challenges with you in a way that you can be avoidant to certain things and stop getting yourself too close or caught up in the mindset that you have to be there or be square. It says you have to learn to back off from certain situations or take things for what it is and not be so open and interested to be in everything that you see or come across. People will dine in their minds about why you're being nuts or crazy or even ludicrous at times about why you have to be in their business, have to be in a situation, have to be in their projects, have to be in their lives. But it says you don't have to be. You have to warn yourself that. And because you find it hard to do that, God has now allowed their mindsets, i.e. the gods, not just God, because there is one God, but there is gods as well, okay? And this is true facts. Whether we see in the Bible that we're not supposed to worship gods, there are gods assigned for certain things, and God, the creator, has made gods to assign to other godly things that will need to be supported, because God created all things, including the gods. Okay, so therefore God is going to be there for you and creating other things or feelings of gods that have come about to help you in their spiritual realms with the other gods. And it might be a tongue twister, or even like, you might think, oh, bloody hell, is this another one of those tarot reading channels that are going to give me so much different factors that I can't keep up? You will figure it out one day, how to change your mindset or how to help yourself through the energies. And you won't want to change your mind about it, because you will see things coming up, like Pisces will show you in their reading, and things that are coming up in the universe for you to see and watch in real time, that things will change your mind about why you should be so shallow and not pay attention. Because you will see things like, bloody hell, is this really affecting me? Am I really seeing this in my face right now? Or is it going to make you think, should I run and hide because I shouldn't be around this, But it doesn't warn you to have good news overall. And it doesn't warn you to have bad news. It just warns you to make sure that things will work out in your favor and have karmic values to pleasure yourself over and over and over again if it has to. So it says good news with you and your mind. Let people know that you're not playing with them, including people that want to get your attention today or want to know that they have attention overall in their mindset to see if they've got bad news, and want to know that they can keep their mind quiet around yours, because they realize there is things that will help them to deliver peace and harmony, as well as give them bad news overall in their own head, because people are trying to push their luck way too hard in their own mind right now. And it says anytime people want to come out and start screaming, shouting, being moany around them, it's going to be a bad omen around you or around people around your mindset, because you could want to know that people are coming to you for a problem, maybe even for like the cops to be called, or for things to flare up or kick off. It says your mental health might even calm down in a week or two, but it says some people might want to get your attention with the problems that they're having right now in their life, and then they realize they want these problems to come, but they didn't want it so badly. So it could be the fact that they're trying to hold things down in a way that they don't want you to have karma with them or drama, but other people are bringing karma and drama in their life today, and they don't know how to shed it, or to dilute it, or to cut it down unless they speak up for themselves. So just watch out for certain people's energies. Remember the word CERN. Look up Capricorn's reading if you want to know a little bit more about it. Try to travel around the different star signs if you want to, because there's a word going around called CERN. It's on the media, it's on the news, and people want this to be out so that people could understand things a bit more, and try to look it up and see what it means in regard to the portal that's opening up and letting in a lot of gangster energy through the universe, and the spiritual realm is what people want to say, or someone wants it to come out. However, it says there is a man that wants people to know about this a lot. So if he does clarify things in your mindset, or you see him on the news or on the media, he will want to know that you speak about these things a lot, because he could be there right now in the real time energy that wants you to know more about these things. And he is coming out on the YouTube channels very soon to talk about these things, because he's trying to spread the word through the universe right now on what's going on and how it's going to affect us. But the thing is, you might see a lot of this on TikTok, on YouTube, maybe on Snapchat a little bit, but mostly on TikTok and YouTube. So really, really hone in on what it is that he's trying to say, or, word of mouth is trying to say about the situation, because you'll hear it through other grapevines and other situations and word of mouth and such, so just look out for that. It says also you'll believe in a situation that's going to bring you good news in the near future. Try to warn yourself that it's not going to come out. That word cornucopia is coming up again. Like every star sign I've read so far, it seems to be just spreading like wildfire. Just try to warn yourself that word is not always going to be helpful to you until you see what it is in a way that you know that it's working in your favor and not necessarily working against you, because someone's trying to spread the word about this in a way that you think it's going to be great news, and it's not always going to be good news. So just watch out for these things. Prepare yourself for the worst or the good, and try to wonder, do you need to be around people that's going to make you nervous, scared, or sad in the next 2 weeks to a month? Because there is some things coming up for everybody in that next 2 weeks to a month, which is going to happen in a way that could scare people. So just warn yourself, are we under attack again by the universe? Or is it that we're going under another situation with karma or the pandemic? Or is it that this is just an energy shift and we need to be concerned about it because it's coming in through the word CERN, okay? Because there's portals that are open in a way that there is demonic rituals, and there is a lot of spiritual curses and stuff going on. There is spiritual outcomes, but there is spiritual things going on that you may not want to get involved in. You may want to get involved in, or you may just want to stand clear and protect yourself or get away from, okay? So there is other things happening for you in the mark of Pisces, or even your Cancerian energy will guide you away from problems, and you will see fit in your mindset about things that you will know. Channeling your enemies is not going to be easy, but try not to get involved in that stuff. If you feel like someone's channeling your energy or channeling an energy for you, be careful, okay? There's a lot of things going on around that doesn't seem to be healthy right now for people that are doing that. And also for things like the occult, you have to be careful overall anyway, because there's a lot of occult rituals going on right now, or spiritual traveling around. It does say telegraph energy is there. Sometimes you may not understand that, so you'll have to look that up again. Maybe for some of you that understand, it's going to happen in a way that you will see fit. You've got karma with that, because it's not going to be fit for anybody. You have to take your time and understand things for who it is, what it is, and where it's going, okay? Don't try to align yourself with things that you don't understand. Make sure that you look into things in a positive way, and good things will come to you overall, Cancerian. Best of luck to you with certain things that you are doing, because there is people that want to know that you are doing well. Don't think everyone's out to get you, or out to scare you, or out to frighten you. You're going to see blessed news in the end when you take your time to change and work things through. Okay. Love and light to you all in a way, because someone wants you to know that you need that. You need to be blessed in life as well. In order for your head to be challenged or changed, you need blessings and not just curses. So warning you to have better news is not easy, but someone wants you to have love and light and good nights of passion, love, sex, maybe even romance at times, maybe even the right person, the right partner to match those energy frequencies, because there is a lot of that coming up for you. And there is a lot of energies in reminding you that there's not always an enemy there. So try to change your enemy mindset and bring about good news with your mindset, so you can have lots of good news instead of bad news, because you probably don't feel like you could get it right now, or you feel like things need to change. Okay, so that's it for now, my lovelies. I will speak to you in your next reading. Ciao for now. Take care. Bye bye.